is a school's public address solution so important during an emergency?
A school's public address system is so critical during an emergency situation. And the three reasons for that are: one, it's the only form of instantaneous communication in a K through 12 school. All other systems provide information in a delayed format. But with the public address system, the occupants of your building are hearing the message in real time. That means as soon as you push a microphone to do a live emergency message, the occupants are hearing it at the same time that you're saying it. Or if we're doing it through a stored WAV file, they are hearing it as soon as that WAV file is activated. The next most important and critical part of this is the school public address system is something that the school uses every day. The administrative people are familiar with that equipment. So in an emergency, we're not introducing a foreign piece of equipment that they've never had to utilize or use before. So the fact that this equipment is familiar to them on every day makes it a lot easier for them to use during an emergency. And lastly, and I think almost most importantly, is that with a public address system, especially today's public address systems from Telecor, all of these messages can be activated with a single push of a button. As I said previously, a single push of a button from an icon on a computer can activate any one of several messages, whether it be an evacuation, whether it be a weather warning, or whether it be an armed intruder. Again, with a single push of a button, everything is set in motion.
So what are the most important considerations when designing a PA system for a typical high school?
One of the most critical considerations when you're designing a public address system for today's high schools is adequate speaker coverage. In the past, we've generally put speakers approximately 30 foot apart. But in today's day and age, when we're using these public address systems as emergency communication, we've really got to start putting those speakers closer together. The idea is for every one of those children's ears is to be in the direct sound field of any particular speaker, no matter where they're at in that school. There's some other special considerations that I'd like to talk to you about. There's areas in the school, such as band room, outside areas where maybe there's a sporting event or an ROTC practice, places of assembly, and especially vocational shops, where we deal with a lot of ambient noise level. Those areas need special consideration. Some other things that we need to think about is not every two schools are the same. They're built out of different material. They've got different ceiling heights. All of those things play a key factor in fine-tuning that public address system. Lastly, for those areas with loud ambient noise level, one of the things that Telecor did all the way back in 2010 was to introduce digital signage. Now we don't have to overcome that loud ambient noise area with more audio. We overcome that problem with line of sight. They read the message and take appropriate action.
So what are some best practices for conducting drills to ensure your PA system is being utilized to the fullest extent?
The most critical thing that you've got to do in order to make sure that your school's public address system is being utilized to its fullest extent is to perform all the drills that need to be done. Since a child enters kindergarten at age 5, we immediately teach them how to do a fire drill. We teach them how to line up against the wall, exit the building in an orderly manner, walk, not run. Well, unfortunately, in today's day and age, we've got other emergencies that we also have to drill these children for. What I've seen in most cases is that these drills for the evacuation or the weather alert or the armed intruder are traditionally being done while we've got the children in the classroom, which is a possible scenario. But statistics show that that armed intruder event is going to happen at the beginning of the day, during a class change, or at the end of the day. And we've got to make sure that we are drilling our children in all of those situations.
So for a school looking to upgrade or replace PA technology, why is Ethernet-based technology so important?
Telecor chose Ethernet technology with our new E-Series system. The reason is simple. There's no single point of failure. We don't introduce a server. We don't introduce a controller, both of which could be a single point of failure and bring the entire system down. Instead, what we've done is we've made a system where each device holds its own programming. Every device is programmed with a primary destination station, a backup destination station, and a backup to that backup. So for example, if a classroom device is programmed to go to the front desk and that front desk device is not operational for any reason, it will automatically roll over to its backup device and again to its backup of that backup if necessary. We call that being dynamically divisible. And we found it very important that we made sure that our system was self-healing or self-correcting so that we can make sure that every call gets answered every time.
Carl, thank you so much.
Good afternoon, I'm David Kelly. I'm a South Regional Sales Manager for Telecor. We're here today to show schools and different individuals and administrators how easy it is to use Visual Console, something that makes things fast, efficient, and much better than having to plug up phones on an admin phone. You can see all the different zones that we have here from the east, west. You can also have a football field as well as a bus area where the kids can stay inside here and be able to make that announcement for bus 113. But the nicest thing about Visual Console is the ability to be able to do zone paging, do a main page, announcements, emergency announcements, as well as drills, which we know are so important in schools today. You can actually look at one of these, and this is a lockdown drill, and you can hear the announcement going off to the side. So it's able to tell everybody exactly what they need to be able to do in a lockdown drill. That way they can cover up the glass, turn out the lights, lock the door, and pretend that nobody is in that classroom. The other part that we want to go after now is talking about EMH. It's a message hosting device that is web-based. So many times schools have problems with schedules or bells, and we've come up with a solution to that. So now we have a web-based piece of gear that actually goes in the school, and you can put up to 10 years worth of scheduling on it. You can put all your music plus all your bell schedules, which makes it really, really nice for all the schools. Plus it can be done from off campus. So if you have an issue, a problem, it can be taken care of off campus and be able to work. If you give me a second, I'll be happy to show you a few ideas here. You can see that this is the home screen for the E-Series EMH message hosting. You see all the different tabs at the top: live, routine, emergency, drills, calendars, schedules. You can see a regular day, a short day. Each one of these classes and each one of these bell schedules can be configured to what you're wanting to do right now. Or it can be configured for 10 years down the road, which makes it extremely nice. You have all of your different users, so if you only want a couple of people to be able to have access to this, you can. The other really nice thing that's great about this is this one over at the side. It's called maintenance. And the maintenance screen tells you all the different products that you have going on in your school, with whether or not they're a ESTN, whether or not they're an E365 clock. All these items are here. Now, if something goes wrong with one of these items, what this will do is this will post up at the top and be able to tell you exactly which classroom at Shallard Elementary, classroom 102, what the problem is. So it'll tell you that this clock is bad in some way, whether it's a data problem, whether it's a power problem, whatever the problem may be. So it allows you to be able to do that quickly and efficiently and do it off campus as well.